Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kamira and this is my review for Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 3. Okay, in the first scene, we see them having a brunch with all of the singles. I wrote down that all of the women look great. Chris looks great. I think her name is Chrysanthemum. She looked great. I wrote down that Troy was creepy. Something that he said about Chris and how she looked was like, why? So then Tommy shows up. He talks about how at the end of the brunch, one woman will be going home. And I went on ahead and paused it to make my prediction about who I thought would be going home. I put down Andrea. Based on the previous episode and just I didn't see anybody really checking for her like that. So that was my prediction at that point. We see Troy and Alexis talk. And I put down that he's talking too much. She's looking at him sideways. He said, and then they showed him saying the same thing to Alexis, Chris, Chrysanthemum, Andrea, and Amber. He said the same roundabout things to all three of them. Next, we see David, Stacy, and Ida. Nothing much from that conversation. Ida just, I don't know if she's nervous or what, but it just seems like she's, I don't know. I can't get a good read on Ida in that scene. Next, we see Chris, or KG Smooth as they call him, and Amber talking about finances. And she said that she doesn't mind splitting the bills. And he said that he doesn't want to feel like he has something over a woman's head because he's paying the big bills. But I would want you to pay the big bills. I would pay, I don't know. That's kind of a touchy subject because it could depend on like how much we make. Is there income disparity? You know, if you make more, you should pay more. I don't know if I really believe that. Well, it's a debate. It can be talked about further, but like, paying the big bills though. Yeah, you can do that. I'm okay with that. I can pay some, but I don't want to be paying the mortgage and you paying the light bill. I don't know, but okay. Okay, next we see AJ talking to Andrea, and I didn't really get anything out of the conversation except that he was just like, you know what, no. And then Stacy steals AJ. They have a flirty back and forth, and then here comes Ida again, and you can tell that Stacy is annoyed. Like, girl, why here? You just did this when I was talking to David, and now here you come when I'm talking to AJ. Like, girl, find somebody who ain't talking to nobody. Like, stop interrupting me is what kind of Stacy, her face was saying in that conversation or during that scene. Okay, next we see Jason talking to Alexis. And I like Jason. I think it's because he's a teacher and like so am I. So I like black male teachers, period. She thinks her son would be fine with them dating or talking or whatever. Okay, next we see Vernisha, David, and Tressa. He says that he may want to wait until marriage to have sex because he wants to know them a little bit better before, you know. And Tressa was like, no, what that do? I can't say it because I am a teacher. I don't know who's going to watch this video. So David says she gives off homegirl vibes. Next we see Ida and Dietrich talking. And I wrote, is Ida nervous? He mentioned food and she was like, when you talk about food, it would make me nervous. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. She did kind of give me, I don't know, nervous energy. Maybe she's a little anxious. Maybe she's a little awkward in like social situations. I don't know. But it seems like Ida jokes a lot. And it's kind of hard when you're like always, you have that kind of like banter back and forth all the time to go from like that and like joking all the time to like romance and like being in love and like let's be affectionate towards each other. It's kind of weird. I've been like that before with a guy, and it was hard to go from like that every day back and forth to like, okay, but now I love you and now I want to be with you. It was tough. So yeah. Okay, Tommy is back to announce who's going home, and they all say Ida. Ida was going home, so my prediction was wrong earlier. He says that Ida's going home, and she looks shocked. So everyone was like, oh, it was nice to meet you, and we're going to miss you or whatever. She was like, no, you're not. You just sent me home, so it was not nice to meet me. So I thought that was hilarious because, I mean, she's right. It wasn't that nice because if it was, she would still be there. So that was funny to me. Okay, so Tommy tells the guys that he wants them to ask the women out on dates. And first we see AJ going on a date with Alexis. They went to do candle making. And I wrote that they look cute together. He learned that her love language is physical touch. Maybe she's a little nervous because she's doing a lot of talking. And I wrote down that he may begin turned off with all the like sexual innuendos. Like, you know, she's doing a lot. And I understand like letting the guy know you're interested. But like after you have let him know, okay, now it's his turn. Like, you know, let him talk is what I wrote in bold print. Like, girl, let him do some talking too. And she didn't. So, I don't know. I don't think he was really feeling her like that. You know, I don't see it for them. Next, we see Kyra and Jason go on a date, a lunch date. And I think they did kind of hit it off at the second episode when everybody first met at the house. They talk about, she asked him, does he have any regrets? He talks about depression and getting over depression. And I just wrote that, is this good first date conversation? I don't know about them. I could see it. I do like Jason. I do like Kyra. I think I like them separately though than together. So I don't know. This next scene, we see like a triple date is what I wrote at first. They're making signs. We see Troy and Andrea, Joel and Vernisha. Well, I wrote down I thought he would be with Vernisha, but he was there he was sitting with Liz. So we see him and Liz. We see Vernisha and David sitting together. And I wrote Amber, question mark. So apparently Amber was there to be on a date with Troy. Like, why would you put 4 women and 3 men? I didn't like that. I felt like they would both be trying to vie for his time. And clearly Amber wasn't feeling it either. Vernisha said that she has a ring on her vision board. And girl, so do I. Okay, I have one on my vision board as well. I wrote that Amber was turned off by Troy, and Troy talking about his first date with Andrea would be a flight to Italy. And I was just like, okay. On the next scene, we see a group date. We have Chris and Kyra, Stacy, AJ, Jason, Tressa, Alexis, and Dietrich. I wrote down that Dietrich likes Alexis, but she does seem kind of extra. I don't know. Tressa calls Dietrich Pawpaw. I was like, not Pawpaw. Like, girl, I see the first time calling that man that because he got a grandchild, but after that first time, girl, stop calling that man Pawpaw. But anyway, Tressa feeds Dietrich and he asks her on a date. He says that she gives off good vibes. He likes her personality. And Tressa was like, well, that could be a positive thing or a negative thing. And I do remember on that first episode, one of the first episodes, Dietrich saying that if people talk about personality a lot, that they're lying. Because the first thing you see is a person's physical appearance. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, what changed when it comes to Tressa? I mean, I do like her too, but he said that, okay? So we see Chris and Stacy, no connection. We see Kyra and AJ, and I do think that he has to redeem himself when it comes to her. They could probably get over it, but I don't think she's over it just yet. I wrote down, can attraction grow? I think yes, but it made me think about Married at First Sight. I don't know. I'm curious. It's like, I want to see other people's reviews on this too, to see what they say about how Dietrich kind of changed his opinion on Tressa. Okay. Next, we see Tommy meet with the guys. They are trying to decide what woman to send home. Jason thanks Joel for helping him move. He says he's a great guy and they're building a friendship. I thought that was really cool. Joel got emotional. He says that, yes, they want to find love, but they're also building a brotherhood as well. And I think that's pretty cool to like have men genuinely support each other. I think that's great. Dietrich says that Tressa has moved to his top 4. Joel also likes Tressa. AJ talks about Alexis being aggressive. Jason likes Kyra. He said that she's his top. Tommy asked Troy about kissing a lot. And he had a good point. He was like, if there are 10 women in the room and you're like 5 of them, like, you can't kiss everybody. They're all watching you and how you move. Like, y'all are all in the same space. So you can't kiss all of them. So I thought that was a good point that Tommy made. Okay, I wrote down who they were not feeling. David, AJ, and Troy all said Tressa. Dietrich said Chris and Kyra. Jason, Joel, Chris, and Ron all said Andrea. Chris also said Stacy. So I guess they decided on, I wrote down that 4 of them said Andrea and 3 said Tressa. Dietrich kind of spoke up a little bit about wanting to keep Tressa around. Okay, so next we see David go on a date with Andrea. I wrote down they both look nice. Dietrich goes on a date with Tressa. And this girl said Paw Paw again. Like, Tressa, stop calling that man Paw Paw. Especially, so eventually he tells her that he wants to know her better and that she does kind of give off homie or big sister vibes based on the conversation from the men with Tommy. Tressa, please stop calling this man Paw Paw. That's not cute. I mean, and it's not funny anymore. The first time, okay. Now, I want you to stop saying it. Girl, call that man Dietrich. Okay, so David talks to Andrea, and lets her know that she's not ready to love, that she's going to be sent home. She does look a little disappointed, but I like how David was giving her encouraging words. And, you know, yeah, they ended that on a positive note. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. Now, I did write down that I thought it was interesting how during that first episode, or first like guy time with Tommy, they all kind of mentioned Chrysanthemum. I think I'm saying her name right. I hope I am. I don't think it's Chrysanthemum. I just think it's Chrysanthemum or Chris. I did not see her on any dates. So I'm hoping that we see her on the next episode on dates, because I remember a lot of the guys saying her name for her being in their top. And for no one to go on a date with her was kind of weird. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys on the next one.